Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are tackling a truly universal challenge.
The English language job interview.
Exactly. That moment, and we've all been there, when the interviewer says, "Tell me about yourself," and your mind just goes blank.
Especially when it's not your first language, it can feel like a panic attack waiting to happen.
Right. So we've pulled together some fantastic resources. We're talking simple, really effective sentences and the strategy behind them. The goal here is to help you move from feeling, scared to feeling confident.
That's the key. And this is about precision, not perfection. This deep dive isn't about learning a ton of complex new vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's about building a solid structure. A
Oh,
defense, really, because under stress, your brain needs reliable phrases that signal, competence and positivity.
So we're going to distill the advice for the 6 most common questions.
Focusing on structure, honesty, and just making it easier on yourself when the nerves kick in.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're going question by question, starting with that opener everyone dreads. So, question number 1. It really defines the whole tone of the interview. Tell me about yourself.
Right. And just listing facts isn't enough. You need a framework.
A formula, almost.
Exactly. Especially in a second language, you need a formula. Our sources point to this great structure. They call it PEP.
PEP. What does that stand for?
It's pass, education, expertise, and personality. Or PACE. It keeps you focused.
Okay, so the goal is clarity and keeping it short. What are the building blocks?
You start with the basics. Your name and where you're from. Super brief. My name is Sarah. I'm from Mexico. Something just like that.
Done. Then you move right into your professional history.
Yes, the experience. So, for example, I have 2 years of experience in sales.
And right after that, education. Again, not your whole life story.
No, just a simple statement. I studied accounting at university. That covers the core facts in, 30 seconds?
And then the final P, personality. This is where the strategy comes in, right?
This is it. You add something positive, something universal, a phrase that shows you're a team player.
Like, I'm a friendly person and I like working in teams.
Exactly. And here's the #1 mistake to avoid. Don't include irrelevant personal details. The interviewer doesn't need to know about your hobbies right now.
That's so important. Keep it professional. And the whole time, you need to be speaking slowly.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking slowly signals confidence. It's not about fluency. It gives you time to think.
And what's the best way to wrap that answer up?
You have to connect your past to their future. You shift the focus. You say, I'm excited to learn more and grow in this job.
That one line shows commitment.
It does. It says, I'm here to stay.
Okay, excellent. So once you've set the stage with that clear intro, the next question is about your motivation.
Why do you want this job?
This is your chance to show you've done your homework.
It really is. And keeping it simple and honest is the best way to go. You avoid getting tangled up. Our sources give 3 clear angles you can take.
So angle 1 is focusing on the company itself.
Right. I want this job because I like your company and I want to learn more. Simple.
Angle 2 is about your own growth.
Which employers love to hear. Something like, I want to grow my skills and work in a team. It shows you have initiative.
And the third angle is just about the fit.
Confirming that this just makes sense for your career. This job fits my experience and my goals.
And you could even combine them, right?
You absolutely
Yeah.
can. I want this job because I admire your company, I'm interested in the position, and I want to grow my skills with your team. Clear, short, effective.
And we can't forget the nonverbal part of this.
No, the advice here is so simple but so powerful. Smile.
It seems basic, but it really works.
It does. When your words are honest, a smile just reinforces that you're friendly, you're positive, and you're genuinely happy to be there.
Okay, moving into the part of the interview that really assesses you.
The tricky questions.
Starting in, what are your strengths?
And the key here is not to just list everything you're good at. You need to be focused. Pick 2 or 3 things that really matter for that job.
And you can talk about attitude or actual skills.
Both are great. For attitude or personality, think about high-value traits, things that show you're reliable.
So instead of just saying, I'm good,
You'd say, I'm a hard worker, or I'm always on time. These are universal positives.
I liked what the source material said about, I'm a good listener. It sounds generic, but it's not.
It's not generic at all.
Huh.
In a professional context, it means you can follow complex instructions. It means you pay attention to detail.
It means you make fewer mistakes.
Exactly. It's a critical skill, and it's so easy to explain.
So after you establish that positive attitude, you layer on the hard skills.
Right. This is where you mention your languages. I speak English and Spanish, or your tech skills. I can use Microsoft Word and Excel.
And I think this is a great point, framing your ability to learn as a skill in itself.
Yes, I learn new things quickly. That is a huge strength.
So putting it all together, you don't just list them.
No, you integrate them. I'm a hard worker and I work well in a team. I also speak English and I learn fast.
In one sentence, you've covered attitude, teamwork, and a specific skill. That's powerful.
Simple language, powerful effect.
Okay, now for the one that makes everyone nervous. This is where it gets really interesting.
What is your weakness?
This question is designed to test you, isn't it? It feels like a trap.
It does, but it's really a test of your self-awareness. If you say something too negative, you fail. If you say you have no weaknesses, you also fail.
So what's the strategy?
It's a formula, really. Honesty plus action equals growth. You state a real minor weakness, but you immediately talk about the positive step you're taking to fix it.
That signals that you're coachable.
Coachable, and you have initiative. Employers value that way more than perfection.
Let's run through some examples from the sources because they're so helpful. What if you know you speak too fast when you're nervous?
You frame it positively. You say, sometimes I speak too fast, but I'm actively learning to slow down and be more deliberate. See, you've already solved the problem in your answer.
Okay, what about a technical gap? Like, you're not an expert in Excel.
You're honest about the gap, but you highlight what you're doing. I don't have much experience with advanced Excel, but I'm practicing every day to improve. The key is practicing every day. It shows commitment.
And for a personality trait, like being shy.
You frame it as a professional development goal. I can be shy in large groups, but I'm working on my communication skills by making sure I speak up in team meetings.
That completely changes the dynamic. It's not about admitting a flaw.
No, it's about demonstrating your process for self-improvement. And a very, very smart way to answer.
All right, we're in the final stretch of the interview now. This is your last big chance to make your case.
The big one. Why should we hire you?
This has to be your moment of highest confidence.
It does. This is where you bring everything together into one powerful pitch. You need to hit on attitude and fit, and also growth and commitment.
So first, you connect your skills directly to the job.
Yes, something like, I have the skills and the attitude to do this job well.
And then you connect that to your future with the company.
Right. I learn fast, and I want to grow with your company. You're showing them your long-term investment.
And using a specific example from your past helps here.
Right. Absolutely. Make it concrete. If it's a customer service job, you say, I have experience in customer service, and I enjoy helping people.
So what's the perfect synthesized answer if you're feeling the pressure?
Our sources suggest this template, and it's gold. You should hire me because I'm responsible, I learn quickly, and I'm ready to work hard.
Short, strong, and it covers everything.
Exactly. Highly effective.
Now for the very last stage, the one people often forget to prepare for.
Do you have any questions for us?
And the sources were crystal clear on this. The answer can never, ever be no.
Never. Saying no just signals that you're not that interested or you haven't really been thinking about the role.
It's part of the final impression you make.
It is. Asking smart questions shows you're engaged and you're thinking like a future employee.
But the questions have to be smart. You're not asking about salary yet.
No, not yet. You focus on the job itself. A great one is about the team. Can you tell me more about the team I will work with?
That's good. Or what about the day-to-day reality?
Yes. What does a normal day look like in this job? It shows you're picturing yourself there.
And showing interest in training is always a good move.
Mm-hmm. Is there training for new employees? It
Yeah.
shows you want to develop.
And of course, the practical question.
When will I hear back from you? You need to know the next steps.
So you can wrap it all up in a final, polite closing statement.
Exactly. You combine the question with a thank you, something like, I really enjoyed this interview. Before we finish, can you tell me more about the next steps? It's professional, courteous, and clear.
So what does this all mean for you as you're getting ready?
Well, we've covered the 6 essential stages, from that first introduction all the way to the end.
The main lesson, really, is that confidence doesn't come from having complex language. It comes from preparation
It really does. It's about having these simple, honest answers ready to go.
and practicing them out loud, Slowly.
That repetition is what gets rid of those nervous stumbles.
Right. And this brings up a bigger question for you to think about this week. When you're preparing for any high-stakes situation, whether it's an interview or a big presentation,
Where should your focus really be? It's not about aiming for perfect language.
Yeah.
It's about aiming for clarity and intent in your communication. Think about it. Showing that you are actively improving a weakness might be more powerful than having a flawless vocabulary.
it's the attitude toward growth as much as the skill itself.
That's what gets you hired.